Do you want some practice using whose and adjective clauses? I have a great activity for you. First, look at the description for this video and you'll see a link to a worksheet. Download that worksheet and write the sentences using whose. Then use the rest of this worksheet as your answer key to check your work. I hope you have a great time and learn a little bit about whose with this worksheet and video.
Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. For number one, we have, that man's wife is your teacher. If I want to change that to a sentence with an adjective clause, I could see the possessive is man's wife. So we'll start our sentence with there's the, and we'll say there's the man whose wife is your teacher. So we see that possessive, the man's wife, and that becomes the man whose wife is your teacher. Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. That woman's mother owns a restaurant. If I want to take that sentence and make it into a sentence with whose, we would look for the possessive, and that would be woman's mother. So the sentence would be, there's the woman whose mother owns a restaurant. A common problem people might say is who her mother owns a restaurant. We would never have who plus that possessive, her. So it's going to be who's in that situation. There's the woman whose mother owns a restaurant. Make a sentence with whose from this sentence.
That girl's hair is on fire. We'll start the sentence with there's the girl, and then we need to find the possessive. And I see girl's hair. So we'll use whose to replace as the possessive adjective. So there's the girl whose hair is on fire. There's the girl whose hair is on fire. Make sure you don't say whose her hair is on fire. Remember, whose has to replace a word and it'll replace girls.
Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. That man's clothes smell like old cheese. If I want to make a sentence with whose, I'll start with there's the man, and then I need to find the possessive, and we see man's clothes. So that becomes whose. So there's the man whose clothes smell like old cheese. Do not say who his clothes smell like old cheese. It needs to be whose instead of who his. Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. That teacher's plate is full of chicken wings. And then we're going to start our new sentence with there's the, and then somehow we have to use whose. So first we say there's the what? There's the teacher, and then we have that possessive. Teacher's plate, that's going to be our whose part. Whose plate? There's the teacher whose plate is full of chicken wings.
Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. You took that woman's drink. We'll start the sentence with there's the woman, and then if we want to use whose, we have to find the possessive. I see woman's drink. So then I have there's the woman whose drink. Whose shows that possessive. There's the woman whose drink you took. Make sure you make it whose drink instead of who her drink. So for the possessive in an adjective clause, we'll say whose drink.
Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. You yelled at that man's dog. We're going to start our sentence with there's the, and we say there's the what? There's the man. Now, we need to identify which man we're talking about. So we would say the man with the dog. That's where we'll put in whose, because whose is possessive. There's the man whose dog you yelled at. There's the man whose dog you yelled at.
Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. That neighbor's house has a big front porch. We'll start the sentence with there's the neighbor, and then we need to have whose. So I need to look for the possessive. I see neighbor's house. That's the part of the sentence that we're going to turn into whose. So we'll have there's the neighbor whose house has a big front porch. We use whose house and not who his house for possessive adjective clauses. Whose house?
Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. The person's yard has tall grass. We'll start our sentence with there is the what? There's the person. Now we need to identify which person, and we'll use the possessive whose. There is the person whose yard has tall grass. So we use that adjective clause, whose yard has tall grass. Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. You borrowed that woman's car. We're going to start our sentence with there is. So we'll say there is the woman. There's the woman. Now, which woman? And we'll use our possessive form here. There is the woman whose car you borrowed. Yeah, there's the woman whose car you borrowed. Make a sentence with whose from this sentence. You ate that person's dessert. We'll start with there is the. So there's the what? There is the person. Now we need to identify which person, and it's the possessive that we'll use, whose. There's the person whose dessert you ate.
I hope you enjoyed this video and also learned a little bit more about how to use whose to show possessive and adjective clauses. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also share these videos with your friends if you think it'll help them to improve their English also. Have a great day.